Well, let's get more now on the Kerry visit, and joining me is Asiya Daud, a lecturer at American University here in Washington, D.C. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, it's a pleasure.
So Kerry is offering the Egyptians $250 million, says that aid's going to be released. What does he want in return?
Well, Kerry urged consensus between the opposition and the Islamist party and government, the Muslim Brotherhood. And secondly, he urged that there would be free and fair elections in the upcoming parliamentary elections in April, which the opposition has so far stated that they will boycott because they feel that the elections will not be free and fair.
In effect, is Kerry saying, look, we want you to implement these reforms, we want you to remake Egypt in a way that'll be better for us, the United States?
Well, indeed, since the January 25th uprising, Obama has pledged, as well as former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, that the democratization process be transparent and that all Egyptian society would benefit from that. So the Obama administration has been consistent in supporting the democratization efforts in Egypt. And this is the follow-up for Kerry's visit to ensure that we know that for the past few weeks, violent protests have erupted, and several weeks ago, Egypt was almost in the state of collapse, which Egypt is one of the most crucial allies in the Middle East. And the collapse of Egypt would mean trouble for the entire region. So it's important to ensure democracy in Egypt. And he urged that the two parties, that is the opposition, the National Salvation Front, and Morsi's party, that they come to the table and reach a consensus.
Right, I guess it's one thing for the Obama administration and the president himself to call for democracy, but once Egypt had had its elections and there was a democratic government in place, President Obama was saying they're not our ally any longer.
Well, we know that Morsi and
So he
Obama
didn't like the result, right?
Well, he wanted to ensure that the results were free and fair, that they were what the Egyptian people wanted, which there was Morsi won by a slim majority, but Obama has been talking to Morsi, and he reiterated Obama that Egypt is a strategic ally, that Egypt is necessary for even coming to the table on Syria, and also with being a signatory for the Israeli-Palestinian treaty with Israel, and for the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. So indeed, America is very aware that regardless of who's in power, whether it be the Muslim Brotherhood or any other opposition party, that America needs to maintain a good relationship with Egypt in order to ensure international interest in this region, which is, again, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and also the stability in the region.
Okay, very quickly, we've got about half a minute. Is President Morsi going to be able to deliver on these demands?
Well, that's the biggest challenge that faces him, that Morsi, and this is what Kerry reiterated to Morsi, that he listens to the people. Morsi had called for national dialogues in which the opposition boycotted because they feel that it's not sincere, and they want to delegitimize the process, that is the elections and the Constitution, because they feel that it was an undemocratic way in which it was put into place. So that's the challenge, to come to a consensus between these two parties, that both parties feel that their voices are being listened to. That is especially the National Salvation Front.
Asiya Daud, we're going to have to leave it there. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.